Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am back today with another Copic illustration. This little original artwork, I started off with a sketch on my iPad actually because I was out at the time and I felt like doing a sketch. And of course I love to use my Copic markers, so what I did was I printed off the sketch and then I refined it a little bit, and then I used my light box to trace it onto some expressive blending card, which I do with most of my artworks. I used my Copic Multiliners, and I think I may have used my Gas and Fude pen a little bit to line the piece. And yeah, I really love these fine liners. They are perfect for my Copic markers and they go really well because obviously they're made by the same people. I tried to take a lot of time to concentrate on the hair because I wanted it to sort of flow in a way that like it went together. And I wanted it to look like there was a gust of wind, but she does have little curls at the end of her hair, and I really like that because, I don't know, just adds a little bit of interest, I think. Now I decided to use a tiny bit of coloured multiliner just on the ends of her sleeves and the bottom of her dress. Now, this character, I tried to give her a little bit of a witchy feel to it. Now, obviously, I wanted to make this subtle, so she doesn't have a big nose or a hat or anything like that. But I really wanted to add a sort of crow or raven aspect in this artwork. So, she is holding one, and there isn't supposed to be like 4 in the image. It's the same crow. It's kind of like she's holding it and then it took off and then flew around, and then there it is again at the bottom. Now, I kind of wanted to have her as a she's like a magic-y kind of person. She does do practice magic and all that kind of stuff, but she really does love animals as well. So sometimes when she finds like an injured crow or a cat or something like that, she will take it home and she will mend it and everything like that, and then she will set them free because she is a good person even though she's kind of a witch. Sometimes I like to give my artworks a little bit of a story because, I don't know, it kind of makes it more interesting to myself, and even though I don't plan on always giving everything a story, something just comes up in my mind and I just like to give it a little bit of backstory because, I don't know, sometimes I just like to do that. Now for the colours of this artwork, I wanted it to feel very dark and cold. Because I wanted it to give it a kind of atmospheric feeling to it. A lot of my artworks are bright and happy and bubbly, and I wanted this one to kind of be a bit different. I used my night blue marker for most of the background, and then I used a bit of Prussian blue over the top of that as well for the clouds. Now I know the texture of the marker this time isn't as lovely as past artworks, but I kind of like the kind of feel of like the streakiness. I don't know. I was going to go back over it again to try and make it nice and even, but I thought, you know, sometimes I like a bit of texture in my artworks, and that's okay. Now the Prussian blue I'm using is to add a bit of a cloud texture, because she is obviously outside in the evening and I wanted it to be a bit darker, so I used the darker blue, and I find that it did add a lot of nice kind of I don't know how to say it, but it makes it look a bit better. And I did try and make sure that the clouds were a little bit speckly and a little bit interesting, and yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how they turned out. Now for her dress, I'm going in with my V17 amethyst color, and I chose that color because I wanted it very cool, and that's a kind of coolish purple, and I wanted most of the colors to be bluey and purpley, and yeah, I ended up using my what is it, B28 royal blue to shade the purple a little bit, because I do like to add different colors in the shadows. And yeah, it actually turned out very nice, and it cooled it down a lot as well. Now I was thinking to myself, what color hair should I do? Because usually I go with something bright and happy like a pink or a purple, but my partner said to me, he said, why don't you try a nice dark green? And I thought to myself, that is a really good idea, because I have never actually drawn someone with green hair before, and the green would also emphasize the witchy aspect a little bit. So I decided to choose pine tree green, which is G29, and then I used my spectrum green for the highlights. Spectrum green is GO2, and I really like that because, I don't know, it's a really dark hair color with really rich, bright highlights, and it kind of added a bit of lighting from below, and I really like that. Now, for her skin, as you can see, I started off actually shading it with blue, and I did that because I wanted it to have very dark, very sort of extreme cold kind of shadows, because she is outside and it's very dark, and yeah, I wanted the skin to kind of match the tone of the piece, because if I just did like bright happy skin with like normal shading, it wouldn't fit. So I did do the blue, and I'm actually really happy with the blue in her skin, because it gives it a colder kind of feel. And I don't know, I really like how I did the skin. The colors in it look really cool. Not that I'm trying to, you know, put up my own art, I'm just saying, like, I was happy with it. And now I decided that I wanted to add a little bit of my metallic inks, because it was a very dark piece and I wanted something to stand out. So I used the gold on her dress, and to be honest, I am very happy that I did that, because the gold just looks really nice with the purple. And then I also decided to use the silver metallic ink for the stars, and my god, when I put that on, I was like, wow, I love this, and I'm gonna just keep adding stars. And I added a lot of stars to the piece because, well, it just was a lot of fun and it looked really pretty. And then after I did that, I went in with my white gel pen just to add a bit of highlights here and there, you know, just to kind of make some things pop out a little bit more. So like the crows, and you'll see a little bit on her hair and on her dress. And I've looked at crows and they do have kind of shiny kind of feathers, and yeah, I really tried to get that. So here is the final piece, and to be honest, I love this artwork so much, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a like and a thumbs up, and, you know, subscribe and all that kind of cool YouTubey stuff, and I will see you in my next video, which is in 3 days time. So yeah, goodbye everyone.